What it do, everybody? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. RoboFiends, I got an impressive build for you guys today. I'm gonna be bringing back my beginner's guide series. New game, new builds, new stats, new everything. So, new video of beginner stuff. Starting with medium weight because it's one of the more common ones. I love mediums. Medium, then I'll do lightweight. Now, oh man, Anthony, you know who you is. I'm gonna get to that build we was talking about in a minute. I'm gonna get to that one. Let me just cover these guys first. I would have got these builds out to you guys like literally day one, but my schedule's been so busy and so slammed and so sporadic, I hardly have time to do anything for myself anymore besides go to work. But here we are. I'm gonna do the medium first, lightweight next, then heavy, quad, and then tank. I'll do those in a row. Beginners. Like, it'll be beginner's guides, so you can take them as you see fit. They'll be very versatile. I'll try to play to that build strengths. You know what I mean? Pretty versatile build. Doesn't mean it's concrete. You can change anything on this build to suit you. This is just the template of sorts. Get you on your way. You know, just get a little something. Just let you know that you can build this and still do well. But if you don't like the way it's done, you could change up things to it. You know, it's like a building block. Okay. Stepping stones, even, you know, just beginners template. I guess I should say. But anyway, let's get into the build. This is my man Vald. For those coming back from 5, you know, Vald is my speed quad, but I kind of just, you know, disrespected him and made him a bipedal for a short second. But anyway, let's get into the build. Starting where it matters the most for me, the legs. Now the legs. I mean, I was iffy about the legs. To be honest, I was going to run these ones right here. Before I go any further, I probably won't use any names, like the names of the legs and stuff, since they change the names so sporadically, and they're not just one-word names, they're a bunch of letters. I'm not going to be like LE2M-T-W22. I'm not going to do that. That's too much. It used to just be Denali. Bam! You got it. You know what I mean? Since it's not that anymore, I'm not saying names. Kind of have to use your eyes a bit. Anyway, it was gonna be these legs. It really was gonna be these legs, but I just felt as if it didn't have enough defenses for stuff. Because, you know, since it is a medium build, it has to have some defenses towards, you know, enemy fire as long as AP. The AP was decent, you know, but throwing up 1,000 more on the AP was kind of what I needed, and to have the extra boost in defenses for other things it helped out a little bit as well. Also, another thing that was a factor for me was the fact that the booster and the high booster speeds were only down by exactly 1 point. So going from this to this, it really wasn't too bad in terms of speed. I traded a little bit of speed for a little bit of durability. So if you guys understand that, then that's great. Because I'd much rather survive one more shot, okay, than be able to just eke out a little bit more speed out of my body. See, increments to 10, that's when you start to look at stuff. If it was like 150, 160, I don't know, I'm still looking at 160, but it's not that. So we're running these legs for the defenses, everything, you know, the works. It's very versatile. It's all around good, decent speed, you know, not great speed, decent speed. Sitting at 5,500, you know, AP is nice. Kinetic defense is pretty good. Chemical and thermals, they're roughly decent for the category that it's in. Moving over to the arms. Now these arms here, normally the arms I like to select would be these right here. These are carry-on arms I used to use all the time in 5. I decided to down it a little bit and go for basically the same arm, just, you know, a bit more, you know, defenses and AP to it. So I chose these arms for that sake right there. You know, give you guys a little extra defense. You know, in case, you know, things get a bit hairy, you kind of need that extra defense as opposed to just a little bit of weight. And also, you get to save yourself a little bit of energy consumption because you're going to be using that for a certain little special thing I got for you, playing for you guys in a hot second. Now, the firing stability for those is 172. Granted, the ones I just came from, they're 188. That's really good firing stability and everything. You know, the weight is good and all that, but sometimes defense kind of wins the day. You know what I mean? So, and this stability isn't that far gone. I can understand if it was like move from 188 to like 130, that's when you see a real change of things. But the weapons we're going to be using, they're somewhat rapid fire anyway, so you're not really going to notice too big of a difference. So the stability is going to be as is because we want a bit more of the defenses. Alright, moving over to the core. Now this core is a tried and true core from back in 5, and it's still tried and true today. This is the Juten core. It used to be the Juten core. Now it's the CB209. And I said I wasn't going to use any names. But anyway, great AP. I think the highest in its class. Oh, what's this? No, I just forgot about this guy. Yeah. Not the highest in its class. But when it comes down to the Nate Grit, Juten is where it's at. Yeah, pretty well balanced all around the board. But you can run this guy as well if you want to. Oh, dog, chill. He does have more AP, more weight, less weight, and drink. Whoa. They redid this guy. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I just had that's really unprofessional, but I had a small break. I didn't actually go to this core because Juten was so tried and true, and I think they also changed some stats. Huh. Okay. Alright, guys. At the sake of a bit of defense, which we can, we can migrate the defense a little less, like 51 kinetic and then 20 so chemical. We can actually do this. Okay, guys. If you really like to, you can run this core right here. Has almost 1,000 more AP, so that's definitely worth more than that one shot. You know what I mean? So hey, guys, run this bad boy right here. But Juten ain't that bad either. I'm just saying you can run him. Jeez, I wish they'd. Wow, I didn't notice that until now. Anyway, these two cores. Okay, sorry for getting completely off track here, but those two cores. Cert is a decent core as well. It's not Cert anymore, but it's a decent core. But this newer core, that pretty much performs the same as Cert, kind of outperforms it a little bit. But let's not get into that. Moving on over to the head. This head, I like to use this head a lot. This head is basically in 5 anyway, it was the lesser version of Beowulf. Beowulf, it did beat it in stability and camera. But on the whole, I used to use this a lot more because it had less drain and everything else. And those numbers aren't big enough for me to be like, I have to have Beowulf. But there's a new head down here way at the bottom. HDY F08. The reason why I'm not using this core, this head, because he will scrap to get, and not everyone's gonna just have the scrap anyway. So you can probably purchase him in the store or something like that, but he didn't come to you guys like as free. The rest of these parts they pretty much should, especially people coming straight from 5. But it's also a really great head. If anything, it outdoes Precisus, the head that I'm currently using right now. So if you have this head, use it. If you don't, hey, don't forget, you still got this bad boy up here. But if you're stuck with just Beowulf, then Beowulf ain't gonna really hurt nobody too bad. So yeah. Alright, moving over to the fight control system. If you guys know what Glance was back in 5, still doing the daggum deal. Grab Glance. But if not, Glance is it's FCS that's pretty good. It's a quick lock FCS, so it'll lock on to your targets a bit faster. Also, it has decent range and size, and pretty much decent all the way around the board. The only thing kind of lacks in is the missile lock. Now, if you want to really run missiles, you want to go with the wide angle FCS. They have great missile lock. Even though this build does have missiles, we're not gonna be worried about that too often, or too much. Moving over to the generator, we're using what was used to be named Procny. I said I wasn't using names anymore. We're using this generator because it has great energy output. Energy capacity is really up there. We're gonna be using that energy capacity as well. Granted, this other one is pretty good too, but the energy output isn't the same. It's almost 3,000 less, so we're not gonna ride with that. Now our booster is gonna be this one here in the high power type category. I chose this booster because, granted, this one is faster, you know what I mean, quote unquote faster, but the draining of things that it does do is just a bit too much for us, you know what I mean. We're trying to still boost for quite a bit and still be able to actually shoot. Granted, in this game that they did increase, boosting by quite a decent margin. Running a high power generator with a high power booster used to just deplete stuff like that, but now it's actually a bit lenient towards that. So that's why running this one as opposed to this one, because this one, it performs much like a high acceleration to a balance type would run back in 5, giving you quite a bit of speed and quite a bit of boosting time as well. So we're running this one here. Okay, you can run high acceleration. There's nothing really wrong with that. If anything, you might even be able to get an infinite boost out of it. Haha, nod, wink, wink, the ghetto vindicator, yink, la la la. Anyway, moving over to our recon unit. Recon unit, we're running this recon unit because back in 5 we used to run this recon unit, but now this recon unit is so worthless that it's not even worth anything to me. I might even just sell it. 500 range for only 10 seconds isn't really gonna worth it. It's not really worth it to me. So this is now the new recon unit to have. Period. Moving over to the the nit grit, the arms, the weapons, the things that people came to see. Now, when it came to the arms, the weapons, I put a bit of thought into it, and I kind of came out like this. If I'm not really sure what to do, or I'm not really sure who I'm running up against, it's always nice to run with the 1-2 punch. The 1-2 punch is a rifle up front, and then a battle rifle a rifle in one hand and a battle rifle in the other hand. With the mixed damage types, kinetic and chemical, you can actually punch holes in enemies pretty decently. You know, kinetic arms. When I mean arms, I mean weapons. Kinetic arms, they normally have a higher firing rate, or aka lower reload time, so you can actually have somewhat rapid fire attacks. So that's why people run them regardless, even though a lot of people have pretty decent kinetic defenses, because a lot of people like to run medium to medium lightweight ACs. The fact that they fire so quickly kind of, bypasses that defense just a bit. So that's why if you see, everyone will pretty much always run a rifle, you know what I mean, unless they're trying to really hammer down on another opponent's weakness to certain defenses. So in this case, we're still running a rifle because it's tried and true. It's been there since day one, and it's decent to use. You know what I mean? If push comes to shove, a rifle's gonna have your back. It has a really high ammo capacity, decent attack power, and great reload speed, aka firing rate. Now, there's two rifles I like to use the most when it comes to firing rate, because they are quote unquote rapid fire rifles. It will be this one right here, and then this one right here. Now, this one right here does have just a smidget more attack power and does have a bit more range. I think it has better muzzle velocity. No, it does not have better muzzle velocity. It has better range, greater decay rate, and a faster lock-on time and a higher impact force. So basically, this one, as opposed this one here to the one that we have equipped, is the high power variant to it. So if you want to have that little extra power, because it does have a great impact force and a bit more attack damage as well, range and things of that nature, you can run this one. This one here, on the other hand, though, it's a bit more rapid fire. I chose it solely because it's a bit more rapid fire, and its muzzle velocity was greater, which means that it'll get to the target a bit faster, along with its higher rate of fire. So that's running this for you guys. It'll pretty much help you. It's not necessarily a Gatling gun, but it's kind of close to it. You know what I mean? So that's that. Moving over to the battle rifle, we are running this one here. This one solely, I mean solely, to not confuse people and to make things a bit easier for the newer players to keep up in terms of speed with this one, or with your other arm being, or other weapon being the rifle. This has the highest rate of fire out of all the battle rifles, has pretty decent damage, ammo capacity as well. Pretty much everything is decent, not great, just decent. And this best asset is its fire rate. So that's that. Pretty much every other battle rifle will beat it in something. This one clearly in power, this one clearly in muzzle velocity and range, and other ones just in whatever and whatnot. But this for the fire rate, and it's still a decent amount of attack damage and everything else. So not necessarily a bad weapon to have, very common still. Over some more, our shoulder unit. Normally, personally, true and honestly, I actually do not really run missiles, same thing. But a lot of people tend to want that extra firepower, so I add on these missiles for you guys. These are chemical missiles, same word, jeez. And they do a fairly good amount of damage, has quite a bit amount of missiles as well. So all you would need to do though is to make sure you have a lock on your enemy, and then fire them off with at base or default controls R1 for PS1 users, and right bumper for Xbox users. Okay, just lock them on, shoot them off while you're also shooting off your other weapons. You'll pretty much decimate your target pretty quickly. Another option to this, if you're not too worried about running missiles, is to run CIWS shoulder units. What they do is they intercept incoming missiles and then just like negate them. Boop. Like it's like anti-air. Like a missile will be coming at you, and then you'll see a small little bullet shoot off of you, go find that missile, bam, and blow it up midair before it even gets to you. I tend to use this one a lot, and I actually use these way before I would use actual missiles, because I know a lot of people tend to run missiles, and I would use this to counteract that. So that's that. But again, you know, you can run this or you can run your missiles. I have your missiles set over here, and I have your CIWS is right here. This is the ones that I use currently. But yeah, moving over to the left. No ultimate weapon, and now for the coup de grace. Now, because this game is a bit different than 5, a lot of things have changed quite a bit, and for this one, it's energy. I'm afraid that it might get patched pretty soon, but while we have the freedom to do what we have with the energies that they're giving us, let's go ahead and, you know, take advantage of that. Now, I don't normally run pulse machine guns. They normally drain you pretty quickly. The pulse weapons I do run is pulse guns. They're like shotguns. They do quite a bit of damage. Run 2 of them, run up on somebody, bam! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15k, depending on how much the defenses are. I mean, they do great damage. They have low reload speed though, and they're actually shotguns, real ones. This time you have to come up on somebody. It's not like you can aim a bit higher, shoot with your shotgun, and the pellets will fall down on you. No, these things, they have limited range. Well, the pulse guns anyway. Pulse machine guns, they have a bit more range, you know, actual fighting distance range. So with this range, you can actually still inflict decent damage. You don't have to be up and close to the target. Now with these particular pulse machine guns though, they have the lowest drain in their category right now. Well, the E in consumption, right there. What it means is, as you shoot the bullet, will shoot the gun, it actually drains energy from your overall energy capacity. Now this gun, with the build we have currently, if you only have one in your hand, it's infinite. Hold down the trigger, your drain will not go down. I'm all about that infinite stuff apparently nowadays, guys. So hey, I'm giving you guys this one. We're running actually 2 of these things. Now they don't have really high attack damage as opposed to these. Wait, these right here. As opposed to these with the higher damage, but these have double the drain. So just one of these is literally 2 of your other ones. So I'm thinking if 1 is 2 and I can get 2 and 2 is better than 1, then let's do it. You know what I mean? I would just overall do it. It's not that bad of a build. So quickly, I'm gonna show you guys why we're running both of these. But after, although guys, that's the build. This is the build. This is my beginner's guide to a medium weight AC build. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. It took a little bit of thinking to do because the stats and everything's a bit different. I pretty much only have to tell you, I pretty much don't have to give you guys any actual gameplay, even though a lot of gameplay will solidify my reasons for picking what I pick. But the only difference between this build and Ghetto Vindicator is the legs, and I use Ghetto Vindicator for pretty much everything. Okay, so yeah, Ghetto Vindicator is just pretty much, he's just faster, and he has 2 Gatling guns. But what's the point of having Gatling guns when you have 2 pulse machine guns, which normally rip through enemies faster than Gatling guns, because the Gatling guns are kinetic, and they even though have a bit more attack damage, a lot of people slack. I mean, a lot of people slack on that thermal resistance, so it evens out. But anyway, let me just show you guys what I mean about the pulse machine guns. This is a long video, I just noticed, huh? I try not to keep it that long, but anyway, it's a beginner's guide. I gotta break everything down for everyone, so I'm gonna be quite thorough. Okay, here we go, just really quickly. Here's your rifle, shoots pretty fast, right? Here's your battle rifle, shoots moderately fast. It's the fastest in the category, and we shoot both of them together, so that they're still pretty good. Granted, this has the greater muzzle velocity, so this is probably retarded for the other wheel, but still, if you do land with both of these, you're gonna do some decent damage. Alright, going to the scan mode is really the only time you should high boost at all. Let's go ahead and check that out. Now the speed of the AC isn't too bad, and you can still high boost. And for me, it used to be I would have to high boost from starting point to past here, and maybe upwards to the top of this platform for it to actually pass the energy test, the generator to booster test. And it does, you know what I mean? It can boost all the way out here. You want some high boost, make it all the way to the back of the map. You know, energy deplete. But here we go. Bam, we're here. So it passes that test. Now let's actually get to what I want to show you guys. Okay, 1 pulse machine gun equipped. Oh, perfect. Notice our energy is still going up. Pulse machine gun is equipped. Pulse machine guns, they drain from your overall energy. Not necessarily in this case. See how it's still slowly managed to climb up? It means this is infinite. Okay, let's get all the way up to 100. Okay, 100. It's not going down. See what I mean? It's not going down, and this is great for you. Granted, as soon as you start doing boosting, it's going to take, you know, quite a bit, because actually acting against the, you know, your generator now. But if you're not actually boosting, it's not gonna affect it. It's infinite. Now, when you pull both out, they would drain at a. Oh wait, when you pull both of them out, they would drain at about the same rate that other pulse machine gun was gonna drain you guys at. So this is it. This is my build, guys. This is my build. It's my build to you. It's my gift to you, because this should do, this combination right here, thermal energy weapons do quite a bit of damage to most people, so they normally don't have resistances to it. So this build right here can get you in and out of situations. It'll lay down some enemy fire, and you can survive a couple of shots. So that's what I wanted this build to be for you guys. But anyways, it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself. This video came on or went on for far too long as is. I don't want to like have you guys sitting up here for years and years watching me talk. So hear me talk, watch me play. So anyway, this is the build. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit me with a like. If you didn't, go ahead and hit me with a dislike. Let me know something. Give me some feedback. If I did a great job, let me know I did a great job. If I did a bad job, please let me know I did a bad job, so I can actually build upon what I need to do, so you guys can get the better, or get better videos from me. But anyway, it's been your boy. I'm out. It's kind of late. I need to go get some sleep. I have to think about these other builds I got to get into as well. So take care. If you need any build requests, personal build requests, go ahead and private message me. That's probably the better way to do it, because private messages I normally see all the time. Comments I tend to see all the time, but if I'm checking my messages from my phone, your comment probably got covered up by another comment. So your best bet is to just private message me. Anyway, it's been your boy. Take care.